I like slump down and sit where it, like if I slapped her hard, she like falls on the ground or whatever. I just kind of like sit down and lean my back against the wall and just like I have no fucking idea.
Sammy, by the way, has this entire time been going, what the fuck's going on? What are you people doing? I don't understand.
Shut up, Sammy. Shut your mouth. I just sit there in silence for a bit while they heal up Cecil, I guess.
By the way, you guys smell really good, great food when you walked in here.
Oh
sort of
god.
after smell.
And I
I'll
ate
go
it.
over the food.
This is meat pies that were promised. They're right there. It smells good still, too.
Freaked out to know what they are.
Let's see.
Sam, I mean, it looks like there were two.
Jacob,
They're
I think
mostly
you're muted again.
finished.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a real good look
God
at
damn
them.
it, there's always me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a real good look at them. Anything
Real
suspicious?
food. It's meat. It's potatoes. It's
Can I
carrots.
tell what kind of meat?
Yeah, beef. That looks
No,
like
I'm
beef.
going to
Smells like
inspect
beef.
this myself.
Everyone can inspect it. Go ahead, give me your rolls.
I'm not gonna inspect it. I'm just sitting there on the ground.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still a little confused, so I don't eat any. And
You've just been treated. I mean, you've just been treated for injuries in your
I
gut.
rolled
You're
my
bandaged up.
yeah, like
I just want to say, like, at the very least, before, like, I'm not like some, like he's Ben is like kind of a chef, not like some huge chef, but he does do quite a bit of cooking on his own. So
Okay.
I'm going to use an 8.
All right, an 8.
Oh!
ooh.
Yeah,
Oh!
it's potatoes. It's carrots. It looks a lot like a recipe you once read in a country cookbook. It smells a lot like you would expect. I mean, the spices aren't as diverse as you might find in a big city kitchen, but everything adds up.
Okay. Unless
Did
it's
you eat any of this, Cecil?
Yeah. Why?
I look over at the group.
Me and
and
Sammy were having dinner before Trixie came in here all crazy like. They're open the night.
I'm going to. I don't see anything that's amiss with the food, but there's what's happened in this town that we've seen. I don't know. I should trust what I don't know if I should trust my own senses at this point.
Well, there's only one person who so far has made any sense, even if he doesn't, and that's...
We need to head back to the old man.
We need to head back to MacGuffin.
Old man MacGuffin!
He's the only one we know of that's still alive right now.
Well, he might...
Maybe.
He's dead, Jim.
I don't know.
God damn it! Nobody's named Jim.
All right, so you guys all, as an entire cohesive unit, go see Old Man MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I think we should keep
We're gonna have to take Sammy with us.
We'll keep Sammy with us. We'll keep Trixie with us, but she's gonna remain handcuffed.
Yeah.
All right, tell me,
Yeah.
explain. How are you transporting Trixie? She's not walking with you.
Well, I'll put her over my shoulder, I guess.
All right, you put her over your shoulder.
Yeah, and just like sort of just carry her with us. I mean,
Guess we'll
it's
cram
just across
ourselves
the
in the
street.
vehicle.
It's right across the street from your motel number. And as you approach, you still hear, bing, ding, 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 ding. He's enjoying playing on his banjo. He's still there, rocking back and forth. It's night now, the dead of night. So he's got a bunch of lanterns and candles and stuff lit on his porch so he can enjoy the evening in some illumination.
Okay.
I walk right up to MacGuffin and I put Trixie down on the porch and I say to him, MacGuffin, what day is it?
Tuesday, I think.
And how long have you been sitting on your porch for?
Oh, I came out here in the late afternoon, play my banjo. I could do every afternoon.
Do you know that this entire town is dead?
Well, ever since the government shut down that mine, it has been pretty much a ghost town. I would say it's a shadow of its former self. Dead is a bit extreme.
MacGuffin, I put my hand up and I try to silence him. I mean, literally, there are dead people in every single one of these homes.
We've seen dead people.
Now, Johnny, it's not nice to trick an old man.
I am not fucking with you, MacGuffin. And I
He's,
just look at him
he-
with
he
like
startles.
rage. Yeah. Now you need to
Sir.
tell me what the hell is going on in this town right now. All of it.
Johnny,
You are the only one that is not dead in this town, aside from Trixie here, who I think is not even Trixie to begin with.
We found.
It's just like.
We found her dead in her
Wait.
home.
What do you mean, Trixie? He sort of stares vacantly at when you gesture for Trixie.
What do you mean? She's
Right there, Trixie. I point to her. Is she there still? Is she
There's nobody there, John. You all see her. Johnny, do you need to lay down, son? I got a spare room.
I kind of just like slump to my knees. I'm just like,
Does old man MacGuffin look fine?
He looks, I mean, as fine as an old man can look.
okay. So does he notice anything about Cecil like covered in blood or anything like that?
How do you ask him?
Like,
what-
is he reacting at all to any of this shit?
No, he doesn't seem to be. I mean, Cecil's bandaged. He's not actively bleeding.
But I mean, like he's not. He doesn't look like he's clean. He doesn't look like he's, you know.
As far as you can tell,
Yeah.
without bringing it up, Old Man MacGuffin is not responding to you as like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Anything like that.
Okay, I'll step forward and say, "Sir, have you seen anything out of the ordinary at all?"
Well, just that it's been real quiet lately. The last couple of days. Usually, there's people at least walking around or having a party down at Gus's garage or something. It's been real quiet.
You cannot see Trixie sitting right over there, or laying right over there?
No, son. There's nobody there. There's just the five of you.
What about my friend Cecil's wounds over here? Can you see his wounds? The bandages we have on him?
I see a bunch of bandages all over him. I don't see no
Okay.
wound necessarily.
Okay. And well, just in case, I'm going to turn Sammy to say, can you see Trixie? Whatever her name is at this point.
Sammy's like, yeah, but why did she attack your friend?
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't fucking
okay.
And
There's-
Sammy, what's wrong with you? There's nobody there. Now, I understand these men are under a lot of stress, but you're a young, fit lad. You shouldn't be out of your goddamn mind at such a young age.
Sir, we're gonna have to get you out of the town. There's something going wrong. We need to get somewhere where we can get help.
Now, son, I told you I don't trust modern conveniences, and just how exactly are you going to get an old man out of a town without, say, a car or something? I'm just not up for that. I'm going to stay here on my porch with my lanterns and my banjo, and I'm going to die in peace, uncorrupted by modern sins and temptations.
Very well,
just,
sir. I'll just leave.
All right.
Yeah,
Dig back to the car.
Have you guys been to Gus's?
No, we drove past it, never went there. I was going to suggest.
They've been to a couple houses, though.
We've been
And
to,
everybody was dead in those houses.
we've been to this
Well,
house,
yes and
this
no.
house.
And there was also some bees and a bathroom that floods by itself.
I almost drowned.
Who
And then
knows
there was-
what you'll find at Gus's garage? Hey, by the way, you guys have the digital camera. You haven't been taking any pictures of any of these things.
Fuck. I honestly, I wasn't there at the moment when you said that we got it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think
thought.
shit's been a little too crazy for
Oh
us.
yeah, I don't think my character would have remembered to take pictures. Like, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Just a friendly reminder.
But that's
So,
interesting.
I take my camera back.
you guys, your car is parked at Dixie's Motel. I mean, it's just right across the street. But you can, if you want to drive somewhere now, you can get in the car and do so.
We should try to leave the town.
It
We're
is
not
pitch
equipped to handle this.
And
We didn't check our gas. How much gas do we have?
I turned on the car and took it.
At this point,
it is the pitch of night. and it's an unmarked dirt road that takes you out here. So there's some trepidation about driving back. Even, especially you, actually, John Kimball, you know that every once in a while, if you have to drive back at night, you lose the road, and suddenly you come up on the county road. Only you're not where there's a turnoff. You're where there's a couple miles of fence or something, and you have to. So it's happened before. So you got to be careful. Is basically.
Let's not forget the last thing that John remembers before. We found John in a crashed car after presumably crashing at night.
That wasn't night.
Well, whatever. You said it was night earlier. Whatever. I don't. This is hard.
So, I want to. At this point, I think John Kimball is pretty fucking worn out. I think he's just like drained of everything, especially after seeing Trixie the way she is and the way that MacGuffin doesn't react to her at all.
By the way, make sure to grab Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might take MacGuffin's offer and sleep in his house.
Do you guys want to spend the night at MacGuffin's place?
Yeah, I think that might be appropriate.
That might be the best choice.
That might be.
We'll move the car over to near his house first, if he's fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not happy about it, but he's. Just don't.
Does he understand?
Just don't park it next to my house.
Okay.
That's fine.
You can move it closer, but he's
What?
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's got plenty of sort of camping style bunks, mats, old dusty and musty things. There's some coyote skins about. He's clearly hunted and killed some coyote in these parts every once in a while.
Yeah, hunted rabbits.
And there's only
small
candlelight.
bears.
He asked you very nicely not to turn on your flashlights,
All right.
to not let the evil spirits into his house.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I think I just fall asleep on whatever.
And I before
I'm
we.
I'm going to suggest we take turns keeping watch, yeah, because after all the stuff that's been going on, I don't want to sleep all at the same time.
All right, Aaron, you should sleep first. From what I can tell, I'd rather not. I've seen some shit.
I offer to take first watch because I've just been sitting in the room all day and I had like a meal and everything. So I'm like, I'll keep an eye on Trixie and everything that's going on.
yeah,
All right.
So
I'll
me,
take-
Trixie, and old man McMuffin.
And also Sammy. I guess Sammy's
I'm
probably
assuming
just.
Sammy's
Sammy-
gonna.
yeah,
He's not
I'll
gonna
let
participate
Sammy go
in
to
the
bed.
watch. I mean, he's a teenage boy.
And
You
he-
probably can't
he's-
trust him to do it.
I think we'll go Cecil, then Ben, then Kimball, then me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I take first watch on the porch with McMuffin.
I'd honestly just watch the room.
Yeah, I just watch the room.
Just watch
It's-
the room.
A lot of it's been room related.
Okay.
All
Like
right.
it hasn't been. Yeah.
And then
So,
I guess.
None of us would leave the room until morning.
That's a GM role.
It's like two of you die.
Ah, cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The two most exhausted people die.
Yeah.
Cecil,
Yes.
you I mean, you got stabbed in the gut, man. I mean, yes, you got arrested.
Yeah, man, I had a good nap, man. Then when he came in there and woke me up, I like went in there, immediately fell asleep. And then
Wait, what?
I woke up like 30 minutes
Graham.
later, I was like,
Graham.
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 Silly, but
Graham.
I did not do. I'm really.
Graham! Cecil, you I mean, yeah, you got to eat and you got to rest most of the day, but you got stabbed in the gut, man, and that's not nothing. And so just at the end of your watch, you doze off. I mean, you snap right back into consciousness, but by the time you do, Trixie's gone. There's no sign of her.
I know I should have just stabbed her. I was going to. I should have. See what had happened.
You, I mean, your watch is over. It's time to wake Ben for his watch. and then you can get some actual sleep.
Okay, before
I
I
don't know.
wake Ben,
Oh my
I
Yeah, why don't you rejoin if you still got background noise?
It's all good. Don't worry about it. You go.
totally just like I take like a little bit of a look around. Old man.
No sign. Old man MacGuffin is still rocking on the porch. He seems to be a late nighter. He's playing his banjo. I mean, quietly though, like sort of a ding, 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 ding. I mean, it's very lullaby-ish. Very night on the bayou.
Okay, so I go and wake Ben up, and I, when I wake him up, I'm like, hey man, the girl's gone.
I just kind of sit there. I just say, honestly, it's a, if he was
Wait.
smoking right now, he'd just take a really long drag. He'd just say, "Fuck."
Like, yeah, she just up and disappeared. I don't know, like,
Did you go to sleep?
no, I looked to the right, and then when I looked back to the left, she was not there anymore. She was gone.
The captain of protecting his job. I love it. I mean, it's the same as not making any mistakes, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, he's never had a good role, really. He's the incompetent one, except for one good role for physical.
Guys, you guys swap watch. So Ben, you're on watch, and
I've got my
what
shotgun.
are you just watching over the house? Or are you talking with old man MacGuffin on the porch? What are you?
I am watching over the room. I've
watch
seen
over
enough.
the room?
Just to make sure nothing weird happens in this room. Make sure nobody dies. Nobody suddenly just stands up and then have their head cut off. Nothing weird.
Well,
Just-
funny you should say.
no.
Round about the middle point of your watch, old man MacGuffin says, "Well, it's time for me to go to bed. Pleasant having company and all, but I need to get to sleep." And he stands from his rocking chair, and as he does, a very loud shot rings out through the night. And old man MacGuffin takes a hit right in the shoulder, and collapses back in a heap against the screen porch.
I would assume that we wake up to this loud ringing shot.
Yeah. Never but Sammy, who sleeps through it mostly.
God damn.
What in Sam hell was that?
I don't say anything. I'm just running
Running where?
to him, to old man.
Okay, well, I mean, he's very close by.
I know.
It's a one-room house, basically. He's out on the porch.
I know, but I'm still trying to get to him as fast as I can.
Yeah, I rouse
Right.
myself and follow.
So, you get to these. Old man MacGuffin is doing some labored breathing. I mean, he's an old man. He's just been shot in the upper chest.
How bad's the wound? Can I roll?
Yeah, you can roll to determine the severity of the wound.
Alright, I'm not very good at medical.
All right, go ahead, though.
So 1d4.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of blood. That's about as much as you can tell.
I can't even tell where the bullet entered.
I mean, it definitely came from the front because he basically slammed into the wall when it happened.
I mean, no
So
idea
it's
where it's at. No, it's the words after the bullet entered, like, I don't know, shoulder.
It definitely hit his shoulder.
Okay.
But his shoulder, maybe his chest a little bit, between there somewhere. Not really sure.
But not near the heart.
No, it's on the right side, so it can't be near the heart, but it may have punctured a lung, perhaps.
I run up at this point, and I do my best to stabilize him.
Alright,
So maybe we can at least get some questions out of him.
I
So
think
I'm
that's.
gonna roll a d6.
Yeah, some questions about him getting shot in the dead of night.
Yeah, can I
maybe-
regain any of my dice yet?
So you guys only got a very fractionable amount of sleep. So you, everyone who slept for any amount of time, recovers one of each type of dice.
So
But
I
you
just
can't
do
have
it.
more than even though you never spent a D10, you can't get an extra D10.
Sure. Alright.
Did
Okay,
I?
I'm
Do I
going to
count
use
as
one of my
sleeping, or
D10s
did
to
I
see if
get
I can
one
figure out where the shot came from.
Everyone slept.
Okay.
What did you
Did you
say?
hear I'm
Or
going to
not.
use one of my D10s to see if I can figure out where the shot came from and what caliber it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. I would say if it was free.
Oh!
Damn.
Shit!
Suck it.
If you had been awake, this would have been immediately obvious to you. That was, I bet you had to figure it out.
Yeah, as a sniper, I'm good at this kind of thing.
Well, it is. It was a
Yeah.
sniper. It was a military-grade sniper rifle round. You can see it embedded in the wall behind where Old Man MacGuffin was shot. That is the 50 caliber of a military-grade sniper rifle.
Yeah, as soon as I realize this, I say, get him inside now. That was a sniper rifle.
Just as you say that, there are currently 3 of you out on the porch, so I'm going to roll a 1d3. And Cecil, you need a defense roll.
I'm rolling a D10. Go ahead.
5. Yeah. He says it just in time for you to be like sniper, and you sort of like panic. Even might be an accurate word, because you sort of fall on your ass. But it's great that you fall on your ass, because literally as it happens, the wall behind where your head would have been shatters as another shot rings out and through the night.
I scamper back into the house.
I shout, "Get inside."
I run through the screen.
Yeah, I grab a hold of one side of MacGuffin and help Ben bring him in. Do I need to roll for that?
You need a roll to drag Old Man MacGuffin without perhaps exacerbating his condition.
So Cecil scrambled inside. I came over to help you get the old man inside.
All right.
That's going to take a roll to make sure you don't harm him in the process since he's wounded.
All right.
It says they're both doing it. Do you have
There's
any...
my roll.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put all my weight behind that roll.
Yeah, why don't you just not roll? Because the worst thing you could do now is roll a 1 and make me negate his 8. Yeah, you pull him in. I mean, you've carried a couple people from the front lines in your day. You know exactly how to do it without making things worse, and you get him inside easily. However, since you're going back to your military experience anyway, this is a rickety type of shack situation, and
Yeah.
if you were the sniper in this situation, you would just start riddling it with bullets, and you'd probably be pretty successful anyway. So, with your 8, not only do you succeed on that, but you also have some misgivings about how great your cover is anyway.
So,
What kind of scope does the rifle have on it?
Oh, you couldn't guess, since scopes are detachable.
Yeah,
Or, I
just
mean, the
scopes
ones
are
you took?
The one I have. Yeah.
The one you have has a, I mean, it's not an electronic scope. It's a good, combat grade scope, but it doesn't have night vision built in or anything like that. Hey, but you guys do have night vision goggles.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they wouldn't carry it with them, and it would probably be in the car.
Yeah,
probably
the night
in the
vision
car.
goggles will probably be in the car. Yes.
Which is
And it's
between
pitch black
you
out.
and the sniper,
Yeah,
probably.
it's pitch black out, and I would not be able to do any sniping in return.
There is light coming from Dixie's Motel and Store, which seems to be the direction of the shot. I mean, that's... To put it into perspective, I mean, on the map, this is Old Man MacGuffin's house. He was on the porch, which is out front facing Dixie's Motel, and presumably the shot came from his front.
Okay. I'll tell him to get away from the doors and windows, and I'll pull out the rifle and see if I can get a beat on him.
Alright, roll perception to find him. It's gonna be kind of difficult. Not with a 4. You do manage to not become a target, though. But 4 at least. You poke your head out, and rather than immediately getting shot, you manage to conceal yourself, but you don't find him on your first sweep in any way. And you're out of D8s at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if nobody else is doing anything, I'm going to move and try to find him again.
Well, John Kimball, while this is happening, he's going to...
The Kimberliest.
Yeah, he's going to Kimball his way out of the house. No, he's going to find the key under the rug in the back door and unlock it. No, he's going...
The back door's not even locked.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to leave through the back door and I'm going to try and circle around while the sniper is, like, I don't know. Did he take a shot when he stuck his rifle out of the thing?
Nope.
Okay, alright, so I'm gonna, before I leave, I'm gonna say, Aaron, maybe you can get his attention?
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna follow Kimball out the back, and I'm gonna peer as to where I think the shot is coming from.
Cecil, you need to bandage his wounds
And I'm gonna
now.
be like, Kimball, when you run, I'm gonna look for the flash.
Cecil, someone needs to bandage his wounds now.
Yeah.
He's gonna bleed
Yeah,
out. if
someone
nobody
needs to
helps
take
him.
care of dying old man MacGuffin.
Yeah,
what
not-
did my 4 do to him anyway?
He just it didn't really do. It didn't heal him. It
Or
you sort of prevented his condition from getting worse.
okay.
You stay behind because I don't know medical.
You're gonna need a bit of it. Like this is the thing is he's not a player character, so he doesn't heal as much as you roll. And he's an old man, so you're gonna need a pretty high heal roll to stabilize him or save his life.
But as we're police officers, we can't just let him die. So
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
not saying you should not try. I'm simply suggesting that this is perhaps out of your scope. That perhaps even a fully equipped hospital might have trouble saving this man's life.
So maybe a D4 then or something.
A D6. Use a D6 at least.
DM's like, so maybe just use a D4, I don't know.
Use a D6, at least a D6. We have an
Alright.
obligation. And
We should have used a D4.
Or, I don't know what I was thinking.
okay, so
I mean, you don't make it worse, but you don't feel like you've made any progress.
When you say
in
you don't make it
complex-
worse, I just imagine him just like fucking fingering the wound and stuff, and
It's like,
like I don't
Okay.
know. Like, yeah.
If he got
I'm
a
gonna-
1, would be like, oh, you've split the wound wide open and there's blood gushing everywhere.
So while this is happening, I'm gonna try and sneak behind the second house because this is where this is. Oh, where my mouse is gone. This is the house here, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna like sneak,
Between houses, they're not right up next to each other because they all have quite big property.
and there's no street lights or anything like that, right?
Not on your side. There
Okay.
is on Dixie's motel parking lot.
So what
So
I'm
that-
gonna do, I'm gonna draw a path for you on the map if you let me.
I think I already know what you're doing. You're going to the other houses on the
I'm gonna
map.
go like this.
That is quite a walk.
Is
like
it?
That,
Yeah.
All right, then maybe I'll go through the second one. So maybe like up through here.
as soon as I'm able to, I'm gonna take another peek out and see if I can pinpoint him.
Yeah, go ahead and make that roll. You'll get about to during this time, Dave. I'll map your progress sort of. And,
fuck.
but ooh, with a 1, I'm gonna need a defense roll. As you poke your head out to try and find him. 5. Okay. You poke your head out, and the second you poke your head out, you're like,
I assume I see a glint.
no. You
No?
see, ah, shit. I'm totally out of practice. Like, I really fucked that up. I really fucked that look up. I really fucked that peek up. I could have done it in a stealthy way. What I just did was not. I'm definitely about to get shot. Okay, I'm going to move back. And as you do, like clockwork, just where you had poked your head out, the frame of the door gets zinged by a bullet. And, sawdust. A little puff of sawdust. It shaves us close.
Okay, you said I'm gonna get 2.
What?
You said I'm gonna get about 2 in this time.
To what's in?
2 attempts.
Sorry. No, yes.
No?
What
Yeah.
happens is, I also describe the action that Dave took.
Yeah.
Dave, in the amount of time it takes him to get shot at, you make it to the corner of the second house, the corner closest to MacGuffin's house. Ben, do you do anything?